What's going on, Rams fans? We are getting a little bit antsy here, so we decided to go ahead and start. I'm still leaving work right now. I'm still in the parking lot, but I figured I'd hop on here and just kind of get this going because A, I'm extremely antsy, extremely ready for this game, and B, I wanted to talk to you guys. All right, so anybody who's popping in here, well, first of all, there's nobody here yet, so if you're hearing this part, then it's probably over. But the good news is that the Rams play tonight against the Arizona Cardinals. We get playoff football tonight, and there's really nothing better. There's nothing better in the world than like the top three things are like Rams football and then playoff football. But above all of that is Rams playoff football, which is what we are experiencing tonight, which is going to be some good stuff. So, anybody who's popping in, first of all, hopefully you guys are less insane than I am right now because I'm losing my mind a little bit. But like I said, just leaving work right now, about to head out. I don't think I'm going to stop for food, but we'll see what happens, I guess. But we'll start kind of moseying down to my buddy's house where we'll be watching the game tonight. So, man, I don't know about anybody else, but I had a hard time making it through today. Like this was a tough day to survive through. Just waiting this entire time, just thinking, like I'm like trying to be working. I'm like supposed to be working, and the only thing that's in my brain is, hey, the Rams playing a little bit. The Rams play a little bit. Like over here losing my mind, man. So it's good stuff. Josh, man, what's up? Welcome in, guys. Anybody who's popping in, appreciate you guys. Edwin's here. What's up, man? Dude, I'm feeling good about this game. Actually, I feel solid about this matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. I know that they are obviously a good team. They're in the playoffs. Not every playoff team is a good team. I think the seven seeds have proven that the last couple of years. I think that we need to go back to the old format. I think that this format is an absolute joke. We can barely get enough competitive, good football teams in the playoffs. Why are we adding more? I tweeted that yesterday. Is it super wild card weekend, or is it just proof that we do not need expanded playoffs? Sure, I get it. Expanded playoffs, it's fun. You get more games. The NFL makes more money, stuff like that. But A, I don't care how much money the NFL makes because I don't see any of that money. But also, it's just like some of the games this weekend were an absolute joke. And, like both of the Pennsylvania teams were trash. The Eagles had no business being in the playoffs. The Steelers had no business being in the playoffs. So it just sucks. But about this game, though, I feel amazing about this game. I feel excited about this game. I feel ready, man. I feel like this Rams team is in a good spot. I was really worried that Powell was not going to be active for this one as our returner, but he is active, so that's great news. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm feeling good though. Feeling ready. Feeling good. Hopefully the team feels half as good as I. Well, I hope they feel a lot better than I do. I'm still getting over COVID, so so if they feel like I do, if they feel like half I do, then they are not good. They're gonna get smoked if they feel half as good as I do. But if they're half as confident as I am, then they are gonna do awesome. So didn't have to work today, so that helped. I don't know if that would help me or not, man. At least I had something to like that I was supposed to be focusing on. I don't know if I just admitted that I did a bad job at work today. I kind of feel like I did. My brain is still fried, but dude, Edwin, your truck is dope, dude. And the fact that you got a Ram is even better. That's badass, dude. I love it. That's good stuff. Today has been so slow. Payo! What up, Payo? Pay bro time. It's good stuff, man. Appreciate you hopping in. Payo usually does the watch parties, guys. I'm not a watch party guy because I get way too I don't. It wouldn't be fun to watch me watch a game, if that makes sense. It would not be cool at all for anybody to watch me watch a Rams game. It would be a lot of me just pacing around. I don't sit during a Rams game. I was so sick this last weekend, guys, against the 49ers. Still didn't sit. Didn't sit down the entire time. I was exhausted, but I did not sit. I just can't. I don't know, man. I feel like I get too antsy, too jittery, I guess. I don't know. Rams game being on is like a different world for me. It's like, I don't know if you guys are, if anybody here is into music like I am. I'm a pretty big music guy. I have gone to a lot of concerts in the last couple of years. A, because of the way the world is, but also just I'm getting old. But I don't know, half of you guys out there were like, shut up. Okay. But if this is the way that my knees feel at 30 years old, I don't want to know what 60 feels like. All right. So, not like gonna damage myself or anything like that, but still. But yeah, I get like, there's a couple of bands that I go to where when I'm at their shows, like I don't even know who I am, which is fun stuff. But it's when the Rams game's on, it's a different Joe. Like that's a Joe that is very specific kind of human, and he's very intense. So I don't know if doing a watch party for myself would be ideal, but guys, if you guys are looking for somebody who does a watch party, Peo is the guy. That's my long roundabout way of saying, once I'm done, you can probably go to Peo and have some awesome stuff to talk about and watch. What's up, Austin? Welcome in, man. Appreciate you being here. Dude, I don't know how people sit down and watch a game, or like how people like will watch their football team, but they'll be like in a recliner. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how are you relaxed right now? Like, the Rams are in the playoffs. Like, yeah, I'm so freaking done with being sick, guys. Sick of it. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. But we are going to watch this game, and it's going to be amazing. And please, guys, drop your score predictions as well. I always like hearing your guys' score predictions, seeing where you guys think that we'll be at by the end of the game. I don't think anybody's been like on the nose this season. I don't think I have. It's so hard to pick a game correctly, like to nail it. It's very, very difficult. Let's see. Peo's got a question here. Oh, Edwin's got a question as well. Who do you go for, Green Bay and the 49ers? I don't like either team, so I don't root. I only root for the Rams. I don't root for other teams. And I don't know. I guess the way that I see it is, and I say this to people all the time, is it doesn't matter who you root for. That doesn't increase or decrease their chances of winning. So, I mean, you can choose the Packers or the 49ers to cheer for, but I just feel dirty if I'm rooting for another team. You know what I mean? I just can't do it, man. I am a Rams fan, and I don't know. Either one would be a tough game for us, man. Either one would be a tough matchup. So if the Rams can win this game tonight, and if the Rams can win in Tampa Bay next week, then of course that would be a situation we would look at. But as far as like who I would root for in that game, no, I have no rooting interest in that game. I would like to see the Rams not go to Green Bay, but hey, if that's the path, then that's the path, man. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And if you want to beat the best, you need to play the best. And right now, I think it's very safe to say that the Green Bay Packers are the best. So I kind of want to play them again, but I also want to play the 49ers again. I beat up on the 49ers when they play the game the way that we think that they can. And I think we saw that. I don't think you can really argue it. I think that the Rams got soft, and I blame a lot of that on Raheem Morris. I like to blame a lot of things on Raheem Morris. Like, I think the other day I like hit my knee on my coffee table, and I was like, "Damn it, Raheem!" Like, it's because I like everything is his fault right now. If it's bad, it's Raheem Morris's fault. So no, I don't have any rooting interest in that one. But Peo's question: is Weddle going to be tested the moment he steps on the field? I would assume maybe. But I also don't know exactly what role he's going to be playing. I would imagine that Weddle is going to be pretty limited, and that we'll see a lot of Nick Scott and Terrell Burgess playing at the safety position. But the Rams also brought back Blake Countess, who is I don't think he's better than Eric Weddle. I mean, he might be now. Eric Weddle's 37, but I would also say that that Countess is a solid option, and I've liked Countess as like a depth guy for a while, and I don't hate seeing him back. But as far as what role Weddle will have, I don't think it'll be very heavy. We signed him on Wednesday. That's a tight turnaround. So that's tough for anybody to come in and play a game like that. You know what I mean? And actually be a contributor. And let's also not forget that when when we had Weddle, we had Wade Phillips as well. So it's a different defense, a worse defense, but it's different. And so I'm just kind of curious to see. I don't know exactly what kind of impact he will have on the game tonight. But to answer your question in the most roundabout way possible, I would guess that he would be targeted, but it's hard to tell what role he'll be playing. If he's going to play that like Mark Barron, Taylor Rappish kind of thing where he's a little bit closer to the line and anything like that, because it's a little harder to target somebody when that's the case. But either way, I think our secondary is a little bit vulnerable tonight. I think that our pass rush really needs to have a good day to get this game to go our way, especially on the defensive side. So to view it from the TV, dude, there's moments when I watch at home, which is very rare that I watch at home. I did this last week just because I was sick, but like there's times I'll be sitting on my coffee table, like a couple feet away from my TV. I got a 55-inch TV in my living room, and I'm like right next to it. Oh, it's funny, man. But yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Too old for that staring stuff. Man, come on now. Don't give me that, Josh. You're good. You're good. I mean, I usually sit during halftime and stuff like that. Or sometimes a commercial will hit and I'll kind of like do a lap. You know? Peo comes in with the prediction 27-24 with the LA Rams coming out on top. I'll give you guys my score prediction. I have the Rams winning 26-21. The secondary does scare me a little bit, but I do think that the Rams will be able to put up some good points in this one. 26, though, I think that, I mean, I've been picking 26 a lot lately for teams. I'm not 100% sure why. It's not very often the teams hit 26, but it's just one of those things, I guess. But we've also seen a lot of weird scores this year. I feel like this year specifically, we've seen a lot more weird scores. But that's mine. I've got the Rams winning 26-21. But I don't know if the Cardinals will put up 21. I mean, it's obviously possible. They can score points. They got a pretty powerful offense still. But I like the Rams front going against Kyler Murray. I think that our front matches up well with him and keeping him in the pocket stuff like that. As long as we don't play it like we did in Week 4, because that was a disaster. If the Niners win, they have to come to SoFi again when we beat the Bucs. Yeah, it would. The only reason that I don't know, because I don't care who we play. It would be really cool to get another home game after this one, because of course next week, if we win this one tonight, we'd go to Tampa Bay. So I don't know if I want to see the Rams just take the whole U.S. tour, go L.A. to Tampa Bay to Green Bay to L.A. That's a tough stretch for sure. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. So it's all good. But yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool to get another SoFi game for sure. What up, Rams house? Rams house in the house. Whose house? Let's see here. Slumbers pale. What are you guys talking about in my comments section? Anyway, I need to change, actually. I'm still in. This is what I wore to work. This ridiculous Rams shirt today. I need to stop and get into my other stuff. I've got the same stuff that I've had the last few times we've won. I did not wear this stuff last week because I was just at home. I was like in sweatpants and stuff. I had a Rams shirt on, but I was just chilling. So maybe that's why. Sorry, guys. Sorry I made us lose to the 49ers. I do apologize. But we got the gear back, the bone shirt with the yellow hat. We got it today, so we'll win. That's the way it works. Exactly, Rams house coming in with some knowledge. I think some of you guys might be on Facebook, so I'll help you out here. Yeah, we didn't have Higbee, we didn't have Ramsey. We pulled up Kareem Orr to play right then and there, and that was a disaster. Kareem Orr's fine and stuff like that, but when you learn that we need him to actually play a big role 3 hours before kickoff, that's a tough ask, man. So I feel good going into this one with actually Jalen Ramsey, with Tyler Higbee. We already heard from the NFL today that nobody in the NFL this week tested positive. So that's cool. But yeah, man. Yeah, Dante Dion and Kareem Orr played too much of a role in that last game, but we still won. So Peo's going to go eat, but then he's going to be ready for his live. So let's go do that. Josh coming in with the score prediction of 34-28. I like that, man. Good amount of points in that one. A good tight game. The most of the NFL has been a little bit of a ridiculous joke as far as the teams that have participated in the playoffs. So I think at least tonight we have two legitimate playoff teams facing off at SoFi. And first playoff game at SoFi. That's so friggin' sweet. I'm so glad it was the Rams, not the Chargers. I would have been so sad if the Chargers got the first playoff game at SoFi, dude. I have another score prediction in my text, 37-24. Just see it pop up on my screen here, but you guys can't see that. That'd be weird if you could, huh? Austin with the score prediction 30-24, so a 6-point dub. People picking in like that, right in that 6-point window. Dude, of course I wore this to work. It's a collared shirt that has Rams logos plastered all over it. Obviously, this is my work shirt. This is my work game day shirt, man. Obviously. Mark it. Heck yeah, Rams. Yeah, Aaron, comment here, not in my texts. You guys have no idea what I was just referencing. Nobody knows. All right, I do need to stop, though. I need to change before I get to Aaron's house. Not Aaron Donald. Okay, well, I'll give you that one, Rams house. He says that he didn't think they would let me wear this at work. I'll give you that one. That does seem to check out. But my last couple of jobs have been like business casual, but more casual than business. And in my current position, and you all don't need to know where I work, that's none of your business, but in my current position, I don't have to see customers or anything like that. So I actually have some leniency as far as the professionalism of my attire. Like, I'm allowed to wear jeans. A lot of people are not, stuff like that. So wearing Shaun White hoodies and denim. If anybody gets that reference, will you please let me know? I reference that way more than I should. Stupid commercial from years ago. But yeah, man, it's I don't need to watch the road, man. I'm good. I'm behind a cement truck. Just follow right behind him. Where do I want to stop? Let's see. Yeah, we'll stop here. But yeah, I'm allowed to wear stuff like this, man. I've also got a Rams polo. I can definitely wear that. I try to keep it. Kind of classy. I at least keep collars and stuff like that. Even Fridays, we're allowed to wear T-shirts, but I try to keep them. But this Ram shirt is sick, though, man. So I gotta try to wear this as often as I can because it's dope. All right, guys, I'm just gonna stop in this parking lot real fast. You guys can watch me change like friggin' weirdos. I just needed to put a shirt on, but let's go over this. Don't worry. It's not gonna get weird in the stream. Well, I can't confirm that, but streams are always at risk of getting weird. All right. There's like no light anywhere. So we'll do this. All right, guys. You guys don't need to see me. That's weird. Anyway, let's see here. Where's the Sonic? Oh, there's a Sonic over there. I don't want to go back, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this football game. I'm so mad at the NFL for giving us the friggin' Monday night game, guys. Ugh, not happy about it at all. Rams house, you can do that whenever, man. You can just blame Raheem for all of your problems. It's really easy. Anytime anything bad happens. Frickin' Raheem Morris. It's become a thing. It's a very real thing. Yes, and I was absolutely wearing a Ram shirt under this all day long as well. We go layers, man. You got to ram up your layers, all right? If you're not ramming up your layers, you're doing it wrong, okay? If you wear a jersey, you better have a Ram shirt underneath that, all right? That's the way it works. You got to layer up. I got Rams socks on right now. I wear these Rams socks every freaking game day. Did I go high voice? Dang it. I didn't even catch it. Can't wait to watch the Rams beat the Bucs. Yeah, man, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's beat up on these Arizona Cardinals first, because that's going to be some good stuff tonight, man. The Cardinals have obviously beat the Rams in SoFi Stadium this season, but that was also like basically 4 years ago in Week 4. I mean, that we're such a different team than then, and of course we beat them since then with a with like a patchwork roster, man. So we were just throwing guys in. We didn't have Higgs. We didn't have Jalen. So yeah, man, it's well, so I don't know. I feel good about this one. I feel good going into this one. If anybody else got score predictions, by the way, feel free to drop them. I feel like this has been a little bit of a mess as far as my train of thought goes. My brain is still kind of foggy, guys, so I do apologize about it. Yeah, there are people that wear a Niners shirt under their Rams gear, but we don't talk to them. They're probably stoked that the Niners won. We're going to be talking about playing Green Bay. They're like, what? Green Bay? We played them last week. It's like, it's funny. Rams house is in the Robert Woods jersey, the Bobby Trees. I do like it. Bobby. Oof, that felt weird. Man, Bobby Trees jersey is sick, man. That's a good call getting that one, by the way. I'm glad you finally. Well, I don't even know if it was you that actually did it. I don't know if that was even your choice, but I'm glad you pulled the trigger on getting a Trees jersey, man, because that thing's sick. AJ, welcome in, man. I do appreciate you being here and hanging out. I know that we were supposed to have more conversations, but that is my bad. I'm getting a lot better. I'm definitely feeling better today. I went to work today, first time in what feels like forever, so that's cool. Kind of struggled there before lunchtime. Got some food into my face and then started feeling a little bit better, so that's good. But we're getting there, man. I'm functioning at like 80%, so I'm good enough to watch a Rams game for sure. If we get a win tonight, I will be 100%. Without a doubt. All right, time to go to Aaron's house. Going to the Ram cave. Guys, you know how many freaking cool like Rams fans there are in Colorado Springs? There's like a bunch of sweet ones, man. And then there's some that are not, but we don't talk about them. Lay down the keys to victory tonight. What I can tell you is this. If the LA Rams win this game, and I know some of you guys right now are like, but if the Rams win this game, it is because they ran the football, they controlled the clock, and they contained Kyler Murray in the pocket. So Kyler, obviously, he can get out there. He's a little squirrely and stuff like that. But if you guys remember watching the game, the Week 14 matchup, all Aaron Donald has to do is get within like 5 yards of Kyler Murray, and he just falls to the ground, which is a little bit pathetic. But at the same time, I get it. I mean, he's like a little tiny guy, and Aaron Donald's like a machine. So, of course, he doesn't want to get hit by Aaron Donald. I mean, you can't really blame him for that. But also, when you're like, dude, you're a football player, and you're like wearing all these pads and stuff like that, it's like, how about you kind of bow up a little bit and stop playing like a total sissy? And you know what? And hey, some people are sissies. Whatever. Like, and some of those people play football, and a lot of them play for the Cardinals. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I was wanting to talk trash there, but yeah, I think a big key will be the ground game. The Rams do need to control the game on the ground and just not allow the Arizona Cardinals to maintain that pace of the game. Like, we need to control the pace of the game ourselves, not let them do it to us. You know what I mean? Like, we have to force the game to be the way we want to and not let the game happen to us. So run game is going to be massive tonight. I am kind of feeling good about Cam tonight. I feel decent about Akers coming into this one. Last week he got his feet wet a little bit. Got some hits in there too. Got a couple of hits like Greenlaw or whatever like that. Had like 3 dirty hits on Akers, and he was fine. He popped right back up. So that's good to see. Almost took his head off. He alligator rolled him on one. So it's like, bro, A, come on now. And then B, like, at least Cam's okay. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a big part of it. And then we'll flip to the defensive side. Like I said, is going to be containing Kyler. DeAndre Hopkins not playing is pretty big, but Ertz in the middle kind of worries me a little bit tonight, just because of the linebacker situation and the safety situation for the LA Rams. So it looks like Troy Reeder will get the green dot. And I don't care what anybody says. Troy Reeder definitely had his best game of his career last week against the 49ers. He was playing some pretty good ball. I believe he led the Rams in tackles. I'm not sitting here saying that Troy Reeder is like this dope player or anything like that, or that I'm stoked about Troy Reeder or anything. I like Troy. I think he's fine. I don't think he's as bad as some people think he is, but we are going to need a good day from Troy in the middle there. But then the safety position too, obviously we're going to be rolling with Nick Scott and Terrell Burgess for the bulk of it too. So the middle of the field is a little bit of concern. I think Jalen and Darius on the outside will be able to handle their own, but that's just one thing we need to worry about. But honestly, if the pass rush can get there, then I feel a lot better about the inside linebackers and the safety position. Rams fans have showed up tonight, per Josh. That's awesome to hear, actually, man, because obviously last week with don't hit. Don't scrape. Okay. This car's lower than my last one, so makes me nervous sometimes. But yeah, obviously last week was lame, but I mean, I keep saying it is what it is. There's going to be some teams that kind of blow up our stadium, at least for the next probably 10 to 15 years, until we start getting like those kids right now who are like 7, 8 years old, and they're going to Rams games every weekend. They're seeing, stuff on the shelves and all that. Like, that's when we're going to start getting that fan base, and that's when that kind of stuff will stop happening. But also LA is a place with people from all over. So we know that the Green Bay Packers will be one of those teams that kind of light it up there. The Niners will typically be one. Cowboys will be one. The Raiders will be one. It's just the way it is. And it's not the way it is all the time. I mean, when I was out there against the Jags, I mean, I saw a couple of Jags fans. I just kept ignoring them because they were talking all the trash, even though they were getting smoked. But I don't know, whatever. But there was, obviously it's the Jags, but the Rams filled that up. You know what I mean? So that's good to hear, though, Josh, that the Rams fans are showing up for this one. Arizona Cardinals fans, I don't feel like have historically traveled necessarily well. I don't think that they've been a team that's like taken over other stadiums or anything like that. So I kind of expected the Rams would have a good crowd for this one. Johnny G. LA all day. West Coast. Now, I'm going to be living out there sometime soon, man. I'm out here in Colorado like a loser, far away from the Rams. If I was out there, man, I'd definitely be season tickets for sure. Makes me so sad to see people out there not take advantage of it, man. Taking it for granted that you guys are close to the Rams, man. Hate to see it. AJ with the score prediction of 34-12. Rams beating up on them Cardinals, man. I like to hear that. I actually would not hate if this was a bad game in favor of the Rams. Like, if it was just a game that just like, it's like from 7 minutes in, like the Bucks game, where you're like, oh, this is over. Because it was really early in that game. You're like, oh, this one's done. Like, they're not going to win this game. But also, I mean, I think when we saw the matchup, you're like, oh, this one's over. The Eagles are not going to win this game. So, I guess there's that part, too. Cam gets his first touchdown. AJ. All right. I hope so. I feel like he'll have a decent day. I think he'll definitely get more involved than he was last week. He wasn't very involved last week. 5 carries, 3 catches for a total of 13 yards. So not a whole lot of touches or production from Akers last week, but I think it's kind of what we expected. If you guys watched my pregame live last week, I literally said that I think he would get 5 carries and 3 catches. Which gap do I want to hit? I'll do this one. You guys can watch me drive like I live in LA. All right. Not everybody can have chocolate shakes. Also, I'm poor. I was out of work for a week and a half. And I got paid for it, but still. Are Jags fans allowed to talk trash? No, they're not, but they do. They try still. It's funny. I just looked at him. He was like, this dude was saying, I can't remember what he said. I don't really pay too much attention to my surroundings, especially when the Rams are involved. But yeah, he said something. I just kept. I think they were 2-7 at the time, something like that. So I just kept doing that. It's just like 2, you know. HG 31-23 for the score prediction. I feel like everybody's riding around the same pocket. There's like a couple of outliers who are going really big on their score prediction, but I think everybody else is right around that like low to mid 20s for Cardinals, high 20s, low 30s for Rams. I feel like everybody's right in that pocket, so that's cool. Let's see. They don't really blow teams out. The game is not going to seem that close. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about going into like the Chiefs and Steelers game. It was like, I don't think this is going to be that flashy of a game. And it kind of did get there, but it was kind of like, I think that the Chiefs are just going to show over the course of the game that they're the better team, you know? Like, it's just going to be like a slow process of them just doing better. And I think I kind of feel like that way tonight. Like, the Rams are a better football team than the Cardinals. You're not going to change my mind about that. Like, the Rams are a better team. But we've also seen this team make a lot of mistakes, especially lately in the last 4 or so games. Like, Stafford's been like a bit of a liability in certain situations. So I just want to see him not make decisions pre-snap. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like there's certain situations where Stafford is choosing where he's going to go with the football before the ball's even snapped, and the defense makes some kind of move or something like that, and then it's a mess. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't want to see that anymore. Like, some of those throws where he throws it right to a defender, and you're like, bro, like, we're the ones in blue, Matthew. You know? I feel so all over the place, guys. My brain is all scattered, dude. Struggling out here. We're doing fine, though. Any other score predictions or questions before I bounce out of here, guys? Is this better? Yeah, it's not bad. I'm supposed to tell scary stories. It's a very yellow light. Very warm tone. Let's see here. McVay is going to defer to the second half. He usually does, honestly. I don't know if we've ever heard like an explanation from somebody like McVay, how like Fisher gave us his explanation of why he always defers. He always deferred because he said that on the road he wanted to defer because if you get the ball to start halftime or the second half, that typically you'll see that not a lot of fans are back to their seats yet. So usually you can get like a nice quiet drive, even if you're on the road. And he said when he's at home, he likes to do that as well because I think it was for the same reason, actually, that he liked to just a little bit more mellow. Not everybody's in their seats yet, you know, and just take it. But historically speaking, McVay likes to defer, and I think most people like to defer. You want to try to hit that like 2 for 2 or the back-to-back if you can try to score at the end of the first half and then get the ball back. So that obviously doesn't always happen. It's a good thought process to have going into that, but um, I think it's just one of those where you can go into halftime knowing exactly what situation you're in and you get the ball first. And I think that's a big part of it. How long have I been a Rams fan? For a long time. Am I allowed to ask you back why are you asking me that? I mean, I'm not like offended by the question or anything like that. I mean, I did become a Rams fan with Marshall Faulk because that was my guy. Yeah, there was somebody just watching me talk to my phone. It happens. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. But if it makes you feel better, guy who was asking me how long I've been a fan, if it does make you feel better, I definitely sat through the dark era and was ripping real hard through, like, I mean, when I was in high school, I was definitely a Rams fan all through high school, hardcore Rams fan. There was a 3-year stretch, that 3-year stretch where we won 6 games. I was a Rams fan through that. I was a Rams fan celebrating the drafting of Sam Bradford, if that makes you feel better. Oh, lots of bandwagon fans since they moved to LA. Yeah, I mean that's true, but also whatever. I mean, I'm not here to judge a fan on their longevity or their intenseness. You know what I mean? Like I say it on my show a lot, Ram Showcase. I say it there. That I mean, I don't care if you can tell me Matthew Stafford's third daughter's middle name, or if you only know that our quarterback is number 9. If you're a Rams fan, you're a Rams fan, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the level of fandom or longevity has no. I don't care at all. Like when somebody comments like I've been a Rams fan since 1967, I don't care. Like that's cool. That doesn't mean you know the team better or anything like that, or that you know sports better. Because I've seen some people, mainly the people that say they became fans in the 70s, a big percentage of them. I definitely won't put everybody into that box, but a big percentage of those guys are like, oh well, I was a Rams fan since and Jared Goff. Like, dude, nobody cares about your opinion. Just because you've been here a long time does not mean you're smarter. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah. They said Mark Bolger, Kelly Clemens, Austin Davis. Yeah, man. But I even go to like the Gus Farrat, Kyle Bowler, man. Like I remember Kyle Bowler being in the game, like, let's go, Kyle. Like, and then that one day we were playing the Niners, and I think we were down by like 5 points, man. We were at the goal line. And Bowler snaps it. And obviously, we got Steven Jackson. All we needed to do is give it to him to punch it in, and he fumbles the snap. Man, God, I've never been more mad. I have been more mad. Seeing Troy Reader cover Devontae Adams on third down definitely got my blood boiling, man. I was on fire that day. Oh, man, I was mad. So mad. 1988 for Josh. I wasn't even alive then, man. I was born in 91. Mark Bolger was absolutely underrated. This is not where I thought this thread was going to go. I did not think that this is the conversation we were going to have. I actually was rocking my Mark Bolger jersey on the NFC West Roundtable a couple weeks ago, right before the playoffs started, or going into Week 18, because I was basically saying, it was like, I want to remember where we came from, man. This Rams team was not very good not that long ago, and now we're a good team, so it's more fun. Winning is definitely more fun, man, but that's good stuff. Century 66 says, toughest moment of my Rams history. I was close. Watching the Ferragamo-led Rams falter to the Steelers. I was very young and a hothead when it smashed on TV. I can't even imagine, man. That one, I would have definitely been pretty hot on that one because, I mean, entering that game, the Rams are pretty decent underdogs. I mean, that's a good Steelers team. And to have that game as close as it was, I think I would have been pretty hot too, man. There's been a few moments. The recent one is Troy Reader covering Devontae Adams on third down against the Packers this season. That one, I was ready to fight Raheem Morris, to tell you that. But yeah, it's yeah, I've had a couple moments, man. I've had a couple of them. Seahawks Rams 2010 Week 17, losing to Charlie Whitehurst 16-6. That was one of them too. Um, yeah, Nene just commented that. I say it and it pops up. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. That was such a good season too, man. And that like it was a good season for the Rams at that time. Obviously coming off of a 1-15 year, getting the number 1 overall pick, Sam Bradford comes in and plays really well, man. And that gave us reason to be hopeful. It's like, dang, like we didn't win the division, we didn't go to playoffs, but we were right there, man. Like it was close. I hated losing to Charlie Whitehurst though. That's still that sucks. But it gave reason for hope, man. And then it was back to 2-14 the following year. So yeah, it sucks, man. To his credit, not many people could cover Devontae. Yeah, definitely not Troy Reader, though. Especially when you have other guys named Jalen Ramsey on the squad, then why the heck would you not put him on Devontae Adams? And Devontae made me mad earlier this week, too, because he said something about what corner was it? Man, I don't remember who it was. He said something about, he's like, yeah, man, that's why I respect you, because you travel all over the field and stuff like that. And it's like, well, Devontae, if every time you were covered by Jalen, you didn't motion out of it like a chump, then maybe we would see who's the better one here. All right. Feels like every single time Jalen's covering Devontae, though, they motion out of it and he goes on the other side of the formation. It's like, dude, you scared, Devontae? Come on now, man. You're supposed to be one of the best. You don't want to play against the best? Come on now. I want to try to loop us back around to this game before I leave you guys, okay? So we can talk about the terrible Rams years another time, okay? we can talk about all the bad stuff we've seen from this team. But I think we can stick to the positive now. We are in the playoffs. We get a home playoff game, the first ever playoff game at SoFi Stadium. So it's going to be some good stuff. Watch it on your phone tonight, man. That sucks. Oh, man, that would hurt my heart a little bit. Last birthday Super Bowl was the Rams and Pats 02. One of the worst birthdays. And then they started moving it to February. Dude, so if that's the case, because the Rams, both Rams Patriots Super Bowls were both on February 3rd, is it? They were both on the same date. But yeah, we don't want to talk about all the bad things that we've seen. Okay, we want to talk about the dope stuff that we've seen and the dope stuff that we are about to see in about 20 minutes when kickoff happens in SoFi Stadium. So any questions about this game, guys? Unless you guys want to, talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2005 beating the Texans or something. Hell of a game. Give you that. January 29th was the Super Bowl win. I'm talking about the one against the Patriots. Both of those games were played on the same date. Both of our Super Bowl losses to the Patriots were in February. But yeah, January 29th of 2000, that was our win against the Titans. Rams are no longer the Lambs. Absolutely. King Cup. Yeah, man. Cup is like, I don't know. There's been I feel like certain Rams fans or certain areas of Rams fans, especially on the internet, Facebook mainly, but there's some certain areas where I feel like they want the Rams to do poorly because I don't know if they're used to that. They are just, it's too close to the, I feel like somebody was knocking on my window. If they were too close to, like, I don't know if that's what they feel like the Rams were supposed to be, a bad team. And these are Rams fans, and like, we see one of the best seasons a Rams quarterback has ever had in Matthew Stafford this season. One of the top 5 wide receiver seasons ever out of Cooper Kupp this year. 12 wins, something guys like Jalen Ramsey have never done in their career, get to that many wins in a season. And these people are still like, well, we aren't that good. And I get we have holes, but everybody does. We're in January now. Every team's a little bit beat up. Every team's got holes right now. So there's teams that are starting to get healthier, like the Green Bay Packers, but they're also, I feel like they're going to be a little bit stale, man. Coming in, they get a break, and they got all these guys who haven't played in months and stuff like that. Like, that would make me nervous if I was a Packers fan. I'm not a Packers fan, so I don't really care. But it's yeah, it's, I don't know. It feels like some people want this team to be bad, or they want the team to be bad just because they said that the team was going to be bad, and they would love to say, I told you guys Like, I told you Stafford couldn't handle it. Instead of being like, you know what? I was wrong, man. Stafford did awesome in the playoffs. Like, I feel like they would rather him blow it so that they could be like, see, I told you Stafford wasn't the guy. Like, what the hell does that mean? It doesn't mean we're going to get rid of him. He's all going to be our quarterback next season. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I guess I don't get it. I support the guys that we have, I guess. If we could sit and support Mark Bolger for all those years, and I get that he was probably better than we give him credit for, because we kind of ran that team into the ground with a string of terrible coaches and poor drafting and just a roster that was a mess. You know, like, we had guys that we would cut and they wouldn't even get practice squad spots on other teams. Like, they were our starters, but couldn't even get a practice squad job, and they would just be done, you know? So I don't know, guys. It just feels weird. There's going to be a punt return tonight. Powell is active, so he's going to be good. Itchy says, on your next podcast, you need to discuss Raheem more. Not sure he deserves the blame. Rams showcases one-man operation, and I don't agree with that comment. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not going to create a segment that I don't agree with. I'm not going to create a segment and talk about how somebody who I think deserves a good chunk of blame does not deserve the blame. He took the best defense this team has ever had in our history and made us average. I think that's all Raheem. Let's see here. Stafford overthinks things, panic, sort of. Yeah, but we've also seen him play amazing. And he also put up 41 touchdowns this year. Of course, he did have the 17 interceptions. That's a little high, stuff like that. A lot of those came recent, 8 in the last 4. But we've seen him play really well. He just needs to relax, I think. He's a good quarterback, though. One of the best quarterbacks we've ever had. And you could even make that argument for Jared Goff. Recent, though, the last 2 years of Goff was it just felt turnover-y. Made that word up. What do you mean, Nene, by you better not have the Pharaoh Cooper approach? Better not be the new Pharaoh Cooper. I don't know what I read. I think Pharaoh was fine. I didn't want to get rid of Pharaoh, honestly. Raheem the Dream. Isn't that the dude that got burnt at the Mile High Miracle? Rams going to the Super Bowl? I hope so. That'd be cool. Let's discuss why he does, is what I mean. Oh, okay. I mean, I've done it before, but I'll do it again. I'll absolutely go into another video about why I think Raheem Morris is the problem. And if you need more examples than Devontae Adams being covered by Troy Reader on a third down, then, I mean, we have them, but that's the biggest one. All right, guys. All right, I'm getting a little antsy. I want to get inside here and go watch some football. One of the other homies just pulled up, so we're going to go talk about the game that he was at earlier today. Didn't see it or anything because I was at work all day, but yeah. All right, guys. Hey, first of all, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I know my brain is all super scattered right now, and I'm all over the place, but I do appreciate you guys being patient with me as I get over COVID, or Jovid, as I have been referring to it, Jovid-19. But we're getting there. What's up, dude?
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
You met R2D2?
I have not met R2D2. Hey, I'm Joe. How was the game, dude? Was it awesome? Did we win? I didn't even pay attention to it. I've been Rams on my brain the whole day. I've been struggling to power through work and stuff. Oh, you didn't?
No, I couldn't afford to be stuck in traffic.
Oh, I thought you were going to go. Yeah, he's home. I'm about to wrap this up, and then I'll come.
Oh,
out.
okay. I figured out.
I like Tuesday. I'm just gonna say bye, basically. Bye. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. Guys, enjoy this game. This might be the last one of the season. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully we get 4 more. Hopefully this is the first of 4 more that we get. And guys, enjoy this one though, man. It can end at any moment. This Rams team has been so much more fun to watch. This team, to know that at this point of the season we have a chance to get a ring instead of a chance to, or like seeing where we're going to pick in the top 10. So guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Let's go beat up on these Cardinals, huh? It's going to be some good stuff. Go Rams.